Hold on 1 second on TikTok. Hello, Facebook. I was wondering what was going on with the spinning. Hello, pretty people. I'm sorry. Hold on, TikTok. So Facebook is in the building. Yes, I was looking for you to join me, and I was just looking like, where's my Facebook family? What? So I know you always show up. Now, this is a different time for me for Facebook. I'm typically lunchtime for Facebook, but because I'm in a 90-day sprint, I'm live for 90 days on TikTok. So I just decided to join you in on StreamYard as well, so you can get into this business training. So I am answering business questions for network marketers and direct sellers on recruiting, which is my favorite thing to do. And so I was updating them on my story. So if you're new to me, put newbie in the chat. If you're on Facebook, I already got the newbies on TikTok. If you're a newbie to me, put newbie in the chat so I know that you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. And so if you are, I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in the direct sales business. And I help people build a business with me in my personal organization, as well as I help all of you. Doesn't matter what company you're in. I don't care about a company, so don't tell me. I don't care about the product. I care about you. So I help other businesses like yourself grow online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threats. Hashtag double threat if you want to be a double threat. So now that you're joining us, Facebook, so I was telling them on TikTok and the story of the recruiting. So if you have a recruiting question, put it in the chat, or obviously if you put it in the chat in TikTok, I will answer it. So they told me just go and meet new people. They gave me a script, and they actually showed me how to do it. So it wasn't like I went out in this big Atlanta, and just in the field by myself. No, they went with you at first. So it was like, I'll do it and then you do it. And so I was like, all right. So I knew the script, right? And so I memorized the script. I was ready to go. And so the young lady that took me out in the field, she said, okay, now go talk to her. So I just walked up to the person. I was like, excuse me, miss. So if you want to know the script, I'm going to give it to you. So I just walked up to the person. Hi, gorgeous. It says Facebook user, so I don't know your name. Hi, gorgeous. So if you want to recruit offline, I'm telling you how I recruited offline, became the #1 recruiter in my company that year, on stage, recognition, crown, everything, earned cards every year being in the business. So I'm telling you, I just walked up and I said, write this down. Pretty person is putting this in the chat. Excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. And of course, she's going to be like, what? Right? And she's sharp. I'm sharp. It's not like I had a bonnet on my head. I worked in corporate America, so I was corporate America attired, okay? And so I'm like, excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. What do you do for a living? You can also say, what's your profession? You can say, what industry are you in? You're writing this down, right? What's your profession? What industry are you in? It's easy in Atlanta. Everybody look good, right? And so she's like, oh my gosh, I'm an accountant. I'm a principal. I'm a teacher, whatever. Everybody's going to tell you I'm in, pharmaceutical sales, whatever. And so it's a big thing anyway. So it's not like people are like, why would you ask me what I do for a living? It's almost like you better notice me and ask me what I do for a living. So for me, I had a welcoming experience. Now I did look nice. They look nice. I wasn't talking to people that, unfortunately didn't look like they worked in corporate America. I was talking to people who looked like they work in a job, right? And so this way, it's easy to talk to them because they want to tell you about their degrees. They want to tell you what company they work for. Like I wanted to tell you I work for CNN News. Like what? Yes, that's what I do. It's easy. So I'm like, excuse me, miss, what do you do? I'm saying it again for those that are writing it down and you want to meet people face to face. If people are still doing that, it works. Okay. So I'm like, excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. What do you do professionally? She's going to say, I'm a nurse. Okay. Doesn't matter what she says. It doesn't have to be a corporate title. I don't want anybody to be offended. Anything she says, you're still going to continue. And so I'm a stay-at-home mom. Oh, okay. None of it really matters because you just want to talk to her about your thing. So you're like, okay, perfect. So she says, I'm a teacher. I noticed you because I train and teach women how to run their own businesses. I'm expanding that leadership here in Atlanta. Let me give you my business card. It wasn't anything crazy. I just said what I was doing, which was a fact. I'm expanding my business here in the Atlanta area. I'm developing other leaders, other entrepreneurs. Let me give you my business card. Now, I don't carry physical cards. I do digital cards, okay? So now you have to give me your phone number because the only way I can send you a digital card is to get your phone number. So you see how that worked out? So it wasn't just walking up to people like, can I get your phone number? Now that's weird. Okay, that's the TikTok. That's weird. So no, I'm like, let me text you my digital business card. They're like, okay, is that a 404 number or a 678? Now in Atlanta, we got several area codes. So if yours in your city is whatever, 919, or if yours is whatever, I start the number off because whether I'm right or wrong, she's going to correct me. So we have so many in Atlanta. So I'll say it's 404. She'll say, no, it's 770-867-9747, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. I text her my digital business card. Now I know you can do it with the QR code and then you can send it, but now you don't have her information, right? So I was making sure that I got your cell number. I don't want a work number. I don't want your home number. Do people even say, I want your cell. So I text her cell. Now I have her cell number. And my name's Jerusha. What's your name again? Like she told me before. I always say, I'm Jerusha. What's your name again? And she say, Melissa. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good to meet you, Melissa. Well, I'm going to text you or call you by tomorrow. And she's like, okay, you just walk off. Like it's so easy, right? So it takes me like 3 minutes to talk to the person. Because I'm not like, how are you? Shake my hand. Yes. Now, what company? I'm not any of that. I'm so fast. People didn't think the person that was training me, she didn't think I was saying a script. She didn't think I was getting the names and numbers until she came back and said, well, let me see the names and numbers. And I showed her the names and numbers. And she was like, oh, you are getting the names and numbers. I'm like, that's what we were supposed to do, right? Now, I still have my corporate job. I'm not telling anybody to leave their corporate job, okay? So I still have my corporate job. And so I was doing this thing on the side. And so I would go out every day. She said, okay, now that you got the script, you know how to walk up to people and you know how I turn it on, the charisma. Excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. I just noticed you. What do you do for a living? Like, what's your profession? And they could be walking in Whole Foods. It could be wherever, a networking event. It could be in, wherever, Nordstrom's. You look nice. Okay, so you're like, excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. What do you do for a living? Like, where are you going? Immediately, women are just like, oh my gosh, me? I'm a counselor. Women are just excited that somebody noticed them. And I don't go into I love your shoes, but I know in training people, that made them feel comfortable to say, oh, I love your shoes, or I love that handbag, or I love your hair. That's another conversation in itself, right? So you also can do that with women. Now, I was only prospecting women, so it was easy for me. Oh, you love the heart. I was only prospecting women, so it's easy for me to say something. Everybody's sharp here, right? So their hair, their nails, doesn't matter. Handbag. You're like, oh my gosh, love your handbag. What do you do professionally? I just got to know. Immediately, I'm a medical assistant. I noticed you. I'm in leadership. I'm training and developing other women. We're expanding in Atlanta. Let me text you my digital business card. Okay. Bam. It doesn't take all day. So it didn't take me all day to get the names and numbers because I would say that over and over and over. Then I'm like, okay, how many am I supposed to get a day? Now, online, it's the same. It is the same. It's just that you're texting, right? So, but face to face, you can see the person. It's real. Online, people are like, is this a real person? I get it. It's a little bit different to build that trust. But you showing up live all the time, you showing up as an influencer, then they do believe it's you talking. But if you never, they go to your page, they don't see anything. They might think it's a scam. But face to face, I'm right here. We exchanging. And so now I have these names and numbers. Now, true story. So she says, my mentor at that time, she says, you got to get 10 names and numbers a day. And then you got to follow up with those people the next day. Write this down. You follow up within 24 to 48 hours, which every person. So I'm like, oh, snap. Okay. Now, how do you follow up? Mind you, I never ran a business before. Hey, T, I've never ran a business before. Never heard of network marketing and direct sales. Never even thought of it, right? So I'm like, well, what's a follow-up? Like, you follow up and do what? She gave me another script. So she sent it to me and she's like, script 1, you follow up like this. Hi, gorgeous. Monique is in the building, y'all. And so she says, you follow up like this and say this, and then you leave this message. And then in 2 days, if they don't reply, then you follow up and say this. Now, at this time, which was over 10 years ago, you're calling on the phone. You're actually not texting. Now, obviously, I use the text messaging campaign app now. Obviously, I have an email funnel now, but I'm saying at that time. So I'm calling on the phone on my lunch break because I still work in corporate America. I'm calling on my phone on my lunch break, and I'm like saying the script, right? And if they answer, I'm trying to book them to come to this hotel, to this conference room, beautiful. You know, everything's set up. Top leaders are in the building. Everybody's dressed to the nines. Like it's impressive. And so I'm trying to get people booked to this appointment. And so all I'm doing is booking them. Once they get there, they handle the rest. So you push them off to a third party. Like online, we do a third party tool, like a video, a Zoom, or whatever. But in person, we had top leaders that were introducing the opportunity, top leaders that were introducing the product, top leaders that were training. So everything was set up. I just needed to get them in the building, which I thought was pretty easy. Okay, learn the script, meet people, invite them out to this meeting. Now, numbers is the key. So in all of these businesses, the more numbers you have, obviously, the more, ratio you're going to have people signing or getting started or enrolling or whatever you call it. So now I'm like, all right, so I'm supposed to follow up with these people. So I had to get on a rhythm of, okay, at lunch, I need to call or go out and meet new people. So I would do one or the other. I had an hour lunch. I could leave my office, go run to my local, Marshalls or TJ Maxx or wherever I wanted to go, right? Wherever I could go. And a lot of times where I work in the city. I could just walk outside, and all these corporate professionals are out, outside. So it's not like I had to leave. And so you meet 10 people a day. She said, as long as at the end of the week you have 50, write this down. I'm telling you, this is the same online. So she says, as long as you have 50 people, you will be able to build your business. So I'm like, all right, you're going to get people enrolling and you're going to build an organization. I'm like, okay, well, I started meeting those 10 people. I wasn't able to meet them every day, but on the weekend, I met most of the people. Because again, I had a toddler son, husband, and I worked full time. So when I tell you I understand moms, I understand. Like I did it. I know how hard it is. And then I had another son and I nursed my son and I did it. So I do know what it's like to have a full plate. So I don't like it when people tell you it was a breeze. No, that part was difficult because I had to leave my son, go meet people, get to a meeting. All of that was difficult. It was challenging. Okay. But I knew that, I knew the end from the beginning. I'm going to say it again. I knew the end from the beginning, so I stayed empowered in the process. I knew this was a process. I knew I had to get the numbers so I can see the results, so I can get to an income level that was comfortable for our household. So I was like, all right, let's go. So on the weekend, this is where most people, if you work a traditional 9 to 5, put in the chat 9 to 5. So right now, if you currently work a 9 to 5, put 9 to 5 in the chat. I'll wait for it. Put 9 to 5 if you currently work in 9 to 5. That's why I love my corporate America babies. All of you that work in corporate, I love you. I appreciate you because it is tough building a side hustle consistently if you have a family and you have a full-time job that's pretty demanding. So all of it still has to get done. That's the thing. It still has to get done. And so I was like, all right, what is it that I need to do every day? So every day I could follow up from my desk, even if I didn't leave and meet new people. So you have to ask yourself, if you're online, because I'm online now, obviously, what is it that you have to do every day? That's why I'm in a 90-day sprint. Okay, you're 9 to 5. Okay, perfect. So he's 9 to 5. Most of you are probably 9 to 5, right? You haven't left your corporate job, which you should certainly not do that until your side hustle can take care of your expenses. And if that's a choice that you want to make, great. So 9 to 5. Okay, perfect. 9 to 5. 9 to 5. Okay. That's what I thought. Most of my audience is probably 9 to 5, only because I worked a 9 to 5 and I talk about the things that I did to build my side hustle. So I typically attract my people, the pretty people. So hashtag pretty people. So she said, all you have to do is get 10, and on the weekends, it was better for me where I could, okay, you're a teacher. Okay, still, okay, that's similar to a 9-to-5 teacher, anything like that, 9-to-5, law enforcement. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So the law enforcement, your hours might be different. So what I would do is, if I could not get the 50 new names and numbers, I love the hearts on TikTok. If I could not get the new names and numbers during the week, on the weekend, I was getting the names and numbers, because she said you have to have 50 names and numbers or more to see yourself grow. Now, I'm going to say it to you guys online. I've been online for the last 3-4 years. So I went online and I just made the same type of actions. I was like, I need to do the same type of things, but you do it online. And so you would need to meet 50 or more people to really see growth, or more to see growth in your business. Now, I think it's more than that online. I think you can meet more than that. You can meet 50 people in a day online. In a week, I met 50 people every single week. Most of the time, it was like 60 people, 75 people every single week, face to face. Like, I met them, exchanged names and numbers. So if you're in Atlanta, I probably met you, girl. I met you at one point or another. I was meeting everybody. I was like running around meeting everybody. And so, because I was ready to leave my corporate job, and I knew the faster I got through this process of meeting all these people, that my organization would grow. And so at that time, I was getting people booked. They were coming to the meeting. Somebody else was doing the presentation. Somebody else was closing them. Somebody else was training them. That was not my job. I was not in that leadership role yet. My only job was to get them to the meeting. So I would assume right now, for those of you that are building online, if you're in network marketing and direct sales, you have systems with your upline that's set up just like that. So in my organization, I have it where I have tools, whether it's a video, a link, a Zoom, that's already set up with the opportunity, another one already set up with the product and testimonials and all product videos, and then of course, a closing video. Okay, and if I have time, I'll close them myself. But all of the tools are already set up. So all the person has to do is meet the people online. All you have to do is build the relationships online. Same way I was doing it face to face. Right? So I got these names and numbers every week, 50, 60, 75 names and numbers face to face every single week. So my organization started growing pretty quickly. I became a part of the top 2% in 8 months, but I still was working my full-time job. Oh, she said, wow, you met me at a Walmart. I probably did. So that is true. That is proof that I was so open. When you don't have, I didn't have any fear about it because I never did it before and I didn't know anybody else that was doing it. So it wasn't like I was talking to people and they say, oh, I did that and it didn't work. Nobody said that to me. As far as, building face to face, because none of my friends did that. They worked in radio and TV and they was like, they thought I was crazy when I was doing it. They was like, are you crazy? You got a degree. Why are you doing that? And I'm like, that's what they said. They said, you just meet these people and you just bring them to this gorgeous hotel. And then they have this top leader training and a top leader doing a presentation for the opportunity and a top leader talking about their product. And all I'm doing is bringing the people. For me, in the job that I had, my career, that seemed easy. Like, I'm not doing any of the work. The work is me meeting them and following up. But all the other things were in place. So I was like, all right, cool. So for me, I don't know your experience. If you have to do everything, then that's really, really a lot. But I didn't have to do everything, right? But I did have to sacrifice and meet the people, which did mean that I had to sacrifice my toddler son, my husband. I didn't see him every night. I didn't put him to bed. This is the part people don't tell you. We had meetings every Monday night and I couldn't miss a meeting because they said, if you miss a meeting, you're going to, those who show up, go up. I was like, oh man, I'm not going to go up if I miss a meeting. And so I was like, well, I got to be at Monday night meetings. So me and my husband made a pact. Okay, Monday nights, I have to be at this meeting. And I also knew I needed to book 10, 20, 15 people on Monday night because I'm at the meeting on Monday night. The presentations are done on Monday night. This is when I need to pack the house on Monday night. So for me, it was like, okay, one night of sacrifice. Then it became 2 nights of sacrifice. And because it was growing, and then it became 3 nights of sacrifice because I was getting so many people. I was meeting the people, exchanging, getting the names and numbers. And so that obviously snowballed because then they were bringing people because I was telling them, this is why it's duplicatable. I teach this duplicatable system online in my 3-day ride. So if you haven't taken my 3-day ride, the course is available right now. So register for the 3-day ride. It starts March 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So if you love this training, I just gave you a script that can change your life. Like I said it every single day, change your life. So I give my scripts in the 3-day ride for online because I do it 100% online now. But I also share offline tips for those that are still offline, as well as teaching you how to attract people to you, how to start conversations in Messenger, because it's different from starting a conversation face to face. I also teach how to convert those people into sales or convert them into your organization or sponsoring those people. All of that. And I help you find your ideal prospect because a lot of people are posting, but you're not posting to your ideal person. Who's your avatar? Who are you looking for? And so if you want to be a part of the 3-day ride, please do me a favor. Hashtag 3-day ride. If you just want more information about the 3-day ride, hashtag 3-day ride, hashtag 3-day ride, so that myself or my assistant can get back with you and you can see if this is something that you need to further your business. Because the one thing I can tell you, I know how to get some leads. I know how to tell you to have unlimited leads. That's what I know for sure. And so you cannot go wrong. And just like she said, I met her face to face in Walmart. I know exactly what to say. I know how to exchange with anybody. So if I was talking to 12 people in a day, I got 10 names and numbers. So it wasn't like I was talking to 20 and getting 10. That's most people's ratio. They have to talk to 20 to get 10. I probably talked to 10 and get 10 because I got really good. I was really good at talking to a lot of people. Hashtag 3-day ride. Okay, perfect. And so if you have a team, you want to go ahead and share this with your team, share and tag. If you got some besties, some business besties, go ahead and tag her in this training right now because we don't want her to miss it. I don't want to be the best kept secret. Like I want you to recruit. I want you to have unlimited leads. I don't want you to have to run around looking for leads when there's 2.94 billion people on social media. The leads are right there. You just got to find your people. Like you guys are my people. I no longer have to find you. You're right here. And so now that I am building these people, I'm bringing them to this meeting offline and I'm bringing them to this gorgeous hotel and they're meeting all these superstars in the company and everything. And so I'm like, all right, so I'm moving up the career path. I'm moving up so fast, I don't even know I earn a car. I'm moving up so fast, I earn another car. I'm moving up so fast because I'm just recruiting people and talking and meeting and recruiting people. And so I was like, all right, this is an easy job, right? So then when I did become a part of the leadership team, I became a part of the top 2%. It was like, okay, now you have to train and teach other people, right? So now you are the person that's training and you're the person that's doing the presentations and your team is now bringing those people to you. And so obviously then I transitioned into that leadership role. And so I've been a leader ever since with the company. So, she said, yes, she's good. Thank you. I'm very good face to face. I'm very good. Even in the texting, I got it down to the T, I'm telling you. And so my whole point is to make the person comfortable where they know I'm real. You know, I cry just like you. I bleed just like you. I only want to share what I'm doing. If you're not open, that's okay. If you don't want to get educated, that's okay. But I don't want to be selfish and not tell you what I'm doing. And so I say that because I just always imagine, what if the person didn't tell me in Marshall's that day? Was it Marshall, Nordstrom's, whatever? She didn't tell me what she was doing. I wouldn't be able to be here on this live like this. So everything happens for a reason. And so I tell people all the time, if you have a business or if you have a product, you need to be sharing with more people. You've got to share your opportunity and your product if it solves a problem. She was solving my problem. My problem was I did not want to go to a 9 to 5. And she said, if you build this business, we're going to help you. We have all the things in place. You could actually resign, from corporate America, and you could build your business from home. And that was my goal, was to be at home, but still be an executive. I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom and not do anything because I'm too talented. I'm like, well, I can't just do that. And so, you want to come on? This is my son. Come here. Come here. Come here. So now he's smiling, and then he's scared to come on. So he's the reason that I left corporate America. So my boys are the reason that I needed time freedom. That was the only reason. And so I say this with love. Don't be afraid to educate people. The problem is you're trying to make them interested. I'm not trying to make you interested. I have an unbelievable course called the 3-Day Ride. I can only tell you what's available in the course. And if you want the course, then you would take the course. You can't make people interested in your product. You can't make them interested in your services. You can't make them interested. So the problem is you're using the wrong words. When I gave you the script, you didn't hear me say interested because they can't be interested. They don't know what it is. And I'm an example of that. If someone would have walked up to me, I don't care what you sell, and said, hey, would you like some keto? Would you be interested in keto? No. I don't even know what it is. So that's why a lot of people are getting a lot of no's, because you're using a word that doesn't make sense in that sentence. If you're building a customer base, or you're building a group of women that, are becoming entrepreneurs, you don't know if the stranger or whomever you're being introduced to is interested until they get educated, right? So now you need to change your language, and you need to say, yes, let me get you educated about this online business, or let me get you educated about, this keto diet, or let me get you educated about this liquid collagen that I drink, or let me get you educated about my insurance services. Let me get you educated, because it's very hard for a person to be like, well, no, I don't want to get educated. It sounds funny, right? Oh, no, well, yeah. No, I don't think I want to get educated. But it's easy to say, oh, I'm not interested. And so not that everyone is going to say, yes, I will get educated, but it's easier for you, the language change, that you can hold your posture and say, you know what, my job is just to educate. It's not up to you whether they're interested. It's not up to you whether they get started. Your job is to share what you know for sure. And if you are holding on to a service that could help somebody, why would you not tell them? If you have it, you know that this service works. They may not choose it once they get educated, but they could never say they didn't know about it. Most people, like myself, I was just ignorant. When you're ignorant, you're only basing your answer on what you know, not what you don't know. And so most people say no, N-O, to what they don't know, K-N-O-W. They just say, no, thank you. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no, thank you. They don't even know what they're saying no, thank you to. So you get all offended and you take it personal and nobody wants to do it. I don't get it. It's numbers. Numbers never lie. People do. It's all about the numbers. Did you hear what I said? When I was offline, I was meeting 50, 60, 75 people face to face every single week. I didn't say some weeks. I didn't say I skipped a week. I said I was meeting people. That means I was meeting a lot of people all the time. All the time I was meeting a lot of people to rise to the top like that. So what happens is you meet 2 or 3, you talk to 10, you talk to 50, and you think you did something. No, I said I talked to 50, 60, 75 people every single week, every single week, every single week. And I became a part of the top 2% in 8 months. Every week. Without fail. Easter week didn't matter. Labor Day week didn't matter. Christmas week didn't matter. Thanksgiving week didn't matter. I still met the people. The problem is most people wouldn't do that because they're like, oh no, this is Easter. Oh no, this is Thanksgiving. Oh no, this Christmas week, we off for 2 weeks. But if I was serious about building my business and I really wanted time freedom, I really wanted to transition from employee to entrepreneur, then I got to do something crazy. I got to do something I've never done. I got to be extra, right? So I got to be extra to be extraordinary, right? So I had to do extra work. So I didn't take off that week of Christmas. I didn't take off the week of my birthday. I didn't take off 4th of July. I didn't take off. I was still meeting the 50, 60, 75 people because I knew I was building a business. So when you get committed like that, when you get committed, most people are interested, they're not committed. Those are two different things. Commitment and interested, most people are just interested in building a business. They're not committed to building a business, because when you're committed, nothing stops you. No excuses. Okay, I'm sick. I got a little cramps. Oh, I got a little headache. Let me get some Tylenol because I still have to meet these people. That's commitment. That's when you're rooted in your business. I did a TikTok on being rooted in your business. You're rooted in your business at that point, because everything, all of the knowledge that I'm giving you tonight, you got to water the root. Growth comes from the root of a thing. So when you are in your business, you're watering your business with this knowledge, right? And it's getting to the root. And once it gets to the root, it's going to start growing, just like a plant, just like a tree, just like anything else. But thank you so much for the hearts. But if you're the person, you're just interested, and sometimes you water your business. That means sometimes you go out and meet new people. Sometimes you post, sometimes you market, sometimes you brand. Okay, so you're not actually, right, watering your business on a consistent basis. So you're just interested in it growing, right? And have you ever noticed, I live in Georgia, and this was my analogy. I love the hearts. Hard dirt, if you put dirt in a pot, if the dirt is hard, the water kind of settles on top, and eventually it may go down, it evaporates. But when the dirt is soft and the soil is moist and it's ready to receive, the water flows easily to the root. If you're like that, you're ready to absorb. You're moist. You're like, whatever knowledge I can give, I'm taking it in, I'm implementing so that I can have other people sprout out. I can have all of these things happen because I'm ready for it. I'm looking for my water, right? That's when you'll grow. But if you're the other person that sometimes you'll water your business, sometimes you'll self-educate, sometimes you'll invest in a course, right? Then it's going to be a little bit harder. The water just kind of settles on top. And then you wonder, why isn't my business growing? Why isn't my business growing? Because at some point, you've allowed yourself to settle, right? You got to constantly be growing, plowing all the time. You're plowing all the time until you reach your destination. I haven't reached my destination. My goal is to develop 100 online leaders. I've developed leaders, but I want to develop 100 leaders, 100 women, 100 families, 100 six-figure earners, 100 women debt-free. That's the goal. So I want to see that happen. So I'm constantly watering my business with knowledge, being in masterminds. And then I'm also sharing that with all of you as well. Yes, she's an extra, read all about it. That's right. So if you are that person and you're ready, you're like, you know what? This is my season, my dirt, my soul, my spirit is open. I'm ready to receive the water. I'm ready to grow. I want it to get down in the roots. Okay. You want that to happen. You may want to be a part of the 3-day ride, because the 3-day ride takes you to that next level. You've got to get with people who are already doing it or already did it. You got to get with people like, okay, this is what you say. This is how you post. This is what the algorithm means for you. This is what a hashtag means. Here's a hack. Here's a hack. Here's a hack. You want to get in front of more people, you got to get with people who are getting in front of more people. And so I can teach you how to have those unlimited leads. I'm good at recruiting. Like, yeah, I'm good at that. And I don't even brag on much, but that is something that I'm very good at. Other people might be good at a top seller, or other people might be good at whatever it is, other titles. I'm definitely good at you building relationships and meeting new people every single day and finding those people all 100% online if you are 100% online. So click the link in my bio or put hashtag 3-day ride in the chat. I'll come back and I'll answer every single person that put hashtag 3-day ride. I'll make sure that I come back and I send you the link so you can get the information. It starts next week. That's why I'm saying it now. March 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So that means you got to register now. Today's Monday, right? Yeah. You've got to register now. Hold your virtual seat. Obviously, I only take a select few. I have the number in my head that I'm going to take. So I want to make sure you get in before I reach my number. Okay. So if that was helpful, yes. Was this recruiting training helpful for you? Yes or yes? Okay. If you've never heard my story before, are you surprised? Are you sorry? No, I did the work, right? And so what I can tell you is if you ever heard Joel Osteen, how many of you know Joel Osteen? Hashtag Joel Osteen, if you know who that is. Yes, he's a great preacher in Houston. I love Houston. So how many of you know Joel Osteen? Well, he has great messages all the time, as many ministers, pastors, whatever, they do. And I try to make sure I'm always listening to something positive throughout the day. I'm always filling my cup. I'm always doing it, right? Because I have situations just like you guys. It's just different, right? So I have to uplift myself through much for the hearts. I appreciate the hashtag. Okay, you know Joel Osteen. Okay, you love Joel Osteen too. I know, I love him. So he talks about the palm tree. I think it's in Deuteronomy. That's it. He says that, you know, you got to have bounce back like the palm tree. So if you ever notice in a storm, the wind is so strong that it can break and bend an oak tree. It can break and bend any and every tree but the palm tree. The palm tree can lean all the way to the ground and bounce back. The palm tree can lean all the way backwards and bounce back, forward and bounce back. He said, because God gave the palm tree bounce back and he gave that to you. So you're just like the palm tree. So when life happens, you got to be able to bounce back. When whatever you get fired from your job, bounce back. Whatever happened, your children did something, inappropriate or got suspended, bounce back. Somebody said no thank you to you, bounce back. Somebody didn't show up or they didn't purchase, bounce back. You got to make sure you understand you've been given bounce back ability. You're just like the palm tree. And so you want to make sure that you're rooted real good in your business, that nobody can make you break. Nobody's going to break you if you are in love with your business, if you believe in your business. Nobody can break you. Only you can do that. Yes, you got to have bounce back ability. And so if this was helpful to you, hashtag helpful. Yes, if you want to, listen, you better share. You better share with somebody today. Yes. Oh, Christina's in the building. And so you want to make sure you tag or share with somebody because somebody needs this message today. And I don't know who needs it. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that there's enough people for everybody to build massive businesses. There's unlimited amount of money available. Hashtag 3-day ride. If you know you want some more info about the 3-day ride, you're like, I'm curious now. I need to know. Do I need? Yes. Hashtag 3-day ride. At least you get in the ride. And so at least I get to answer your personal questions about your business, right? And so it's not a general training. That way I can get to know you and what your needs are. So I can help you have unlimited leads. I'm excited about it. And so this is my signature course, my only course that I decided to put together for those people that were like me, who I transitioned from being offline to online. So I was like, well, how do you get leads? And so I figured out a way. I was like, let me create a marketing strategy where leads are coming to me. And I don't have to go look for leads like I did face to face. And so that's you. Yes. T, I'm going to get you some more information. Hashtag 3-day ride. Yes. We love Joel Osteen. But if you Google his story about the palm tree, it's amazing. And so it just gives you that inspiration that you need to really be rooted in your business and know that you have bounce back ability, that God didn't make you, put you on this earth for you not to do it. He didn't bring you this far for you to quit. Like, come on now. When I meet people and I'm going to let you go. And I'm like, you're working with me. I'm going to help you. Like I get all excited and hyped. Christina can tell you. And I'm like, oh, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Because I know you could do it. This is just systems. You just got to learn how to maneuver that thing, right? And so I'm just like, it's so simple. If you would just commit and do these activities I do the IPAs every day. Do it every day. You're going to see growth. But people stop and start. You stop and start. You stop and start. So that's just like you're riding in your car. You're braking gas, braking gas, braking gas. Girl, you gotta put your foot on the gas. And just, you don't need the brakes. You just go full speed ahead with your business. You will see the success. You will experience what I'm talking about. And so I don't understand. She said, yes. I don't understand when I say I'm going to work with you if someone tries to ghost me or they don't call back or they get nervous or whatever the situation is. I'm like, what? Don't do that. Because I'm like, if anybody is going to help you, if I say we can do this, we can do it. We can do it together. It's better with the team. There's no I in team. I want to see you win. Girl, you'll be a part of my 100. Are you going to be a part of my 100? Yes or yes? So yes, I got you. Hashtag 3-Day Ride. Oh, okay, perfect. It's coming up, so you definitely need to register now. I can't stress it enough. If you have a team, share it with your team. I'm telling you what I know. I had a course for $3,500 for 6 hours. Okay. Obviously, mine is not that, even though it's worth that because you're going to make that, after doing the activities. And then there was another one just offered $1,500 for a few weeks, I think. So mine is worth about $1,300 or more, but it's certainly not priced that way. It's priced where you can get it tonight. Like it's priced where you could get it. And I'm giving you all the goods. So if you love any of my trainings, if you've heard me spoke, before, and you love any of the trainings, you got value from any of my trainings, you will love the 3-Day Ride for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay. So I over deliver. So I will see your beautiful faces. Obviously, I'm live every day on TikTok for 90 days. So I'll see your beautiful faces on tomorrow. But tomorrow is Tuesday, so I'll be live 1:30 on my business page. So I'll be live 1:30 on my business page. So if you're not already following me there, make sure you follow. Just follow or just click my link. It's my link tree. It's my name. Click my link tree. Boom. It's going to give you the 3-day ride. Everything that I offer, the Pretty People t-shirts, everything that I offer is going to be under my link tree. So if you have questions, DM me. The 3-day ride has all the goods. Yes, it does. The 3-day ride is fire. Like my mentor is on me like secretly. My mentor is like, stop underpricing this. People are leaving this 3-day ride and they're making 3-4 times. I know it, but it's better for you to win now with what you need to win with. So when I offer a coaching, then you be ready for that. Then you be ready for the coaching, the 6 months coaching. So it's fine. I want you to have it. And so it's not going down. So you might as well grab it now. Okay. So I will appreciate seeing your beautiful faces on the 3-day ride. Buckle up, beautiful. Yes. And enjoy the ride. I'm Jerusha. I'm just grateful that, everything is coming together. My course, the Pretty People t-shirts. Yes. If I'm showing up at 8 something, it's 9 o'clock at night. It's got to be good. Like for real, for real. So yes and yes. Oh, she said helpful. Okay, cool. All right. I'm just thankful that Grace and Mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha. I see you on the page. Have a good night.